Hola amigos. So this is actually one of the videos I really been trying to make this week, but as you can tell, I've been kind of under the weather, been having a head cold, but no coincidence because I'm going to be talking about why I think I have a head cold. So let's get to it. So this week I've been talking about 4D. And what is the fourth dimension? It's all spirit, right? It's everything that is entity, everything that is metaphysical, whatever you want to call it. Meta is everything that's not physical. It's not a solid matter. So moving forward, without even researching on Google, I kind of sort of knew that there were 7 chakras. So, 7 glands. 7 major glands. There's the pineal. Its twin is the pituitary, which is the respiratory, the nasal, right? Which is all in here. This is why I sound like a cave right now. Your thyroid, which produces hormone reactions, also correlates to your throat chakra. Thymus, near the heart. This is what controls, say if you have heart palpitations or different rhythms in the heart valves, the nerves and all that. The thymus has control over that. Adrenal, which is, kidneys, liver, it controls your renal system. Pancreas also has a lot to do with free radicals in the adrenal system. And then you have your sexual glands. For females, it's ovaries. For males, it's testes. We have glands in our hips, which if there's any infection or free radicals in the lower sacral area, these 2 glands would respond. Glands are a form of collecting, let's say if there's disease in the body, the glands know to become warriors and hold those toxins in the body so the body can live the rest of its life. Now, when you release these toxins from the glands, the body deconstructs itself. So there was an interesting story about Set and Horus and Thoth. And the story was kind of mimics, releasing this fluid from the glands in order to submit to the ruler. And long story short, Horus became the dominant one over Set because it was on the forehead of Set that, Horus had extracted his own fluid. It's a long, weird story. But I put in the description box below Ashira Star Goddess's video. Explains it all in detail. But what I really wanted to go into was really the chakra system. How we have 7 chakras, right? And these are the energetic, let's say you have your physical glands, then you have your energetic glands, the ones that put out energy. It has its own magnetic field, right? So this covers the local magnetic field of the body, the local. And then you have the astral, which is your vibration from all glands, the fluid and the energy, and the conscious body. And why is my phone dying? You were just at 80%. I wanted to share with you all about over to my charger. So I want to share with you guys about when I went to Sedona, and there was a chakra report. So this was my aura test that I had done. And as you can see, that there's the indigo on the outside and then the purple in the middle. So this will kind of tell you that there's the violet fire in the pineal gland. And outside of my body is the indigo. As I always say in videos before, it's not the body that is like this magnificent ninth dimensional clairvoyant. It's really like the resin around. It's the presence of, and it's the things that you catch. It's how people resin. So this is kind of an honesty, as you can see, compared to the diagram here of the glands and the chakras, and the actual chakras here. You can see that there's a violet fire in my root. There is a darkness near my hello. And then also in my Reiki hand, you can see that there's some dark spots. So you can tell that there's a lot of absorption of negative, let's be honest. And then there's some yellows, in my solar plex, in my and then going to my throat, you see that there's some blue, and then there's the violet in my third eye, and then the crown has a little bit of some white. And it really goes through a lot of my true self, which is, the left side being the feminine, the right side being the male, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then it goes through the colors, which I won't go through too much of this. And let's just say those two dark areas we saw in my body. It says it's a very stressful time for you, going through a lot of changes. Your aura show that you're not very energized. You might be very active, but in reality, you are using up internal battery, which is true. This is why I went to Sedona, because there was only one person who really knew how to get this report, and I trust her. She's my guru. This also shows I'm heart dominant, which my heart energies are very active. Yep. And it shows I'm right dominant. Obviously, I'm right-handed. And then in my aura analysis, it came out to deep green in my aura. Deep green is the color of growth, communication, expression, self-reflects, connection to nature, material world, being a balance. Clear, bright, deep green shows a willingness to help others. So in all, this is kind of like my own clarity about my personality, who I am, because the truth never lies. It shows in its own self. All these are awesome. So going back to, I won't go into my mind. The thing about, where are we? The thing about where I wanted to go with the fourth dimension and all this is that when you vibrate on such a high level, you're using internal battery, which then therefore sends all your glands in freak out mode, which I understand now why I have the anxieties. There's parrots outside. That's different. um, so therefore, I need to go to an endocrinologist to kind of find out how to balance, because if you watch the video, Ashira's video talks about how the goal is to get all these energies out and then bringing them back in, which most people are having trouble getting them to even just disperse. So I'm in the process of bringing them back to center again. Not saying I'm ahead of anyone, but people who have their own lives and have their own journeys to want to know about their own bodies, they'll get confirmation. And also I put this video out for others to kind of do some discovery of self, ask your guides to reveal to you, where are you in this process of ascension? I'm trying to look for my pen. I just rearranged my apartment, so I'm on the charger of the wall. Oh, here's my pen. So let's say, for example, so I wanted to bring in the 4D talk. Let's say here at home, let's say I talk to someone who's going through a bad situation, and you can tell by the camera the colors are changing depending on where. Anyways, so I talk to someone who has bad energy. I give them advice. Obviously, I probably absorbed their situation. I come back home, and let's say that the TV antenna signal goes out or has a hard time focusing. That's how 4D is transferred. And this is why I wanted to explain to people that darkness is not being understood in the way that it is, and is not saying that let's validate that it's a good thing, or let's condemn it even more and saying it's a bad thing, but it's just saying that attachments are going to happen. And I'll show you guys my array of stones that I have that are for negative, for happy, for intuition, creativity, more creativity, diffusing the negative, identifying the negative. There goes my Palo Santo. I don't remember all the names of these, but I know a lot of them are agates. That one is a shungite for health. And then the rose quartz, fluorite, and selenite. So a lot of these crystals help give the chakras some relief because they're natural. They're already energized from the earth. We get our energy from the earth. You can tell that the sun, or the energy of the sun, is dominant itself. So I was actually going to plan on going outside so I can speed up the process of getting better, because I've been under the weather for 4 days now. But a lot of these things that people don't understand why they utilize them, why blah blah and blah. It's really just to help diffuse and purge and clear out. But the question is, why do we do this, and why is it important? And through the video that I saw from Ashira, which kind of confirms what a lot that I've been saying recently, is there's no leaving the dome. If you leave, you come back. And until there's a complete drop of the veil, a completely reveal of what's above the dome, we basically just keep cycles going. And that's what I wanted to kind of relay to certain people, that when you ascend or get to a high vibration in your term of life, you'll find yourself repeating cycles and things and not know, why is this coming up in my life? Why is this happening? Why is the sun going through the window? Anyways, I hope I'm making sense to you guys. This just was like a very freestyle video. Really wasn't too much prepared on what, but I knew that I just wanted to get that part out and let everyone know that when you're going through four-dimensional, let's say the Earth is traveling through a fourth-dimensional energy, you're basically going to be going through arguments with people, bad luck for no reason, colds, illnesses, sickness, allergies, um, stomach aches, things like that. But that's just how our body responds to clear away those things that are already have found itself in. They're like things that are infested in our body, but then it's like we purge them out. So I think that's all I really wanted to share with you guys because I'm too sick to continue a video. Enjoy your weekend. But I thought there was a coincidence in seven major glands of the body, 7 chakras, and then the Bible refers to 7 pillars. And I was like, oh, 7 pillars. That has a lot to do with our physical body. There's 7 pillars. And if we were to break those 7 pillars, we would be released and free. We basically ascend. We're done being a physical body once those 7 seals are broken. So that's what I wanted to relay and connect as a whole. It's all the same thing, no matter how you look at it. All right, everybody. I'll talk to you later.